What's going on, people? Jack here from Worx Gyms. Before we get into this video, could you do me one favour? Please head down below, hit the thumbs up, and if you haven't, please head over and subscribe to my channel, the Worx channel, because every thumbs up and every subscriber really does help us produce more cool gym-based content. Anyway, I've got a lot of questions after doing a podcast with Riker, one of our trainers here at Worx Gyms, but also since we've reopened, people have asked how we've managed to go from 3 gyms last March, I know that's a lie, 4 gyms last March to now having 7, hopefully potentially 8, 9 and 10 for the rest of this year. And I did kind of go into a little bit of it in the podcast with Riker and on my story and on my Instagram page. I said that sometimes when you see new facilities opening, it may have been in action or it may have started 12, 18 months ago. Obviously, before the rules changed with planning and bits and pieces, you had to get planning permission for gyms, you had to find units, you had to arrange things with solicitors, with the landlords. There's a lot in the background that you guys potentially don't see or you don't know about, because sometimes you only actually see and we only actually broadcast it on social media and on YouTube once the deal is done and is signed, sealed and delivered, really. I'm personally not one of those people that puts things on socials unless it's 100% going to happen. I know some people like to do that, but I've found in the past, if I have let onto a facility or if I've spoke about it openly, it doesn't happen. I kind of like jinx myself, so I just don't talk about it until I've got the keys in my hand. Anyway, what I thought I'd do today quickly, explain how Worx Shrewsbury, the studio and Bristol came about, because they are 3 total opposite they're 3 the same gyms, but they're also different, if that makes sense. They're the same, but they're different. They're the same because they are Worx, Studio Worx. They are run by us, the Worx team, but also they are different style facilities. So we'll start with Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury was actually meant to be a franchise. You may have followed me for a long time now and you'd have known that we tried to venture into the franchise world. Since deciding to do that, we have now took a step back away from becoming a franchise and keeping it more in-house for the time being, mainly because of the uncertainty in the world, coronavirus. Obviously, we don't know if we're coming or going. Obviously, there was talks about recessions and people cutting back and not spending, which I don't really think has happened. In the fitness industry, we seem to be booming right now, but again, that could suddenly drop off. So we've decided to keep it more in-house. Shrewsbury was meant to be a franchise. We found it with the guy and we did the process with him. Unfortunately, coronavirus came around and we both kind of decided that it wasn't the best time for someone to be starting a brand new business. Worx obviously is established and we could afford to create this new company and keep it going even if we couldn't actually open it, which we couldn't. So we opened Worx Shrewsbury, and you may have seen on the pictures and the images and the videos and the show rounds we've done, it is a shop front. It's right next to Greg's. It's on a busy high street in Shrewsbury. This is quite different to what we've done in the past because usually it is an industrial estate just outside of the town, the city, wherever it may be, in a battered unit like this, to which we have to spend quite a lot of money and a considerable amount of time doing up. This was our first ever multi-story bank. It was an old Barclays bank that we went in, completely redid all the glass, redid all the electrics. We had to externally fit all the electrics, which cost a lot of money. And we finished it at a higher standard than we ever have done before in the past. We changed the things like the carpets, we matched the carpet trim, we put in brand new CV equipment, a cardio room, showers, changing rooms. Everything was brand new and it was extremely well finished. This was because we kind of know what we're doing now. We fortunately do have a bit more money to put into doing up these facilities, and also the gym that we got left was freshly plastered. It had a new fresh screeded floor. The electrics were externally fixed in metal conduit, I think, whatever you say. And it was just a very good gym to be able to build. Since then, obviously, it's been locked down 3 times, which wasn't ideal, but it's now open and it's now thriving. Nathan, Dan that are up there, they're full of personal training, memberships, building classes are busy. That then brings me on to the studio. The studio is a bit of like the elephant. It's something I've wanted to do for a long time. I came from a private personal training studio myself, and it's something which I really wanted to do at some point. I wanted to make sure it was in a prominent location, it was on a high street, and I did want it to be in Leamington Spa. As you've probably seen, it is now probably in one of the most prominent positions in Leamington. It's opposite Nando's, GBK, it's opposite Turtle Bay. It's busy, obviously, when coronavirus isn't around, where everyone can sit around drinking. We have found most Saturday night that our inquiries shoot through the roof, because obviously people are sat in the restaurants drinking, having cocktails, can see our videos, can see all of our marketing on the board. Again, this is a very different model than we've done before, because it is personal training and small group classes only. It's not an open gym. You can't just turn up. It's got a higher price range, and it is a bit more boutique style. It is a wicked facility. I'm not going to comment on if it's doing good or bad yet. I'd say it is doing well, but I don't know what good is, because I've never done this before. It's making money and it is growing every week, so that is a positive. But until we've built it up to being full capacity, or at least in the 80–90% range, I can't comment on if it's a good model or a bad model. But you see the likes of UP Fitness and other group training and private personal training studios, which are absolutely thriving right now. So I don't see why Studio Worx can't follow or be better in the long run. And lastly is the Bristol facility. Again, people still think Shrewsbury and Bristol are franchises. They are not. They are owned by Fitness Worx, or they are in partnership with business partners. Jack Scott is somebody that I've grown up with all my life. He moved up here to the Midlands to work and built a massive loyal client base here at Fitness Worx Southam, with the goal we were always going to go back down to Bristol and open a gym together. So that is what we did. Jack's dad had this wicked unit in Down End High Street, which you would have seen. Joe's done a really sick video. And he built it himself. I went down and did a bit of painting, a bit of half-assed stuff, because I'm not very practical. But he built that himself over a 3–4 month period. And it is back to where we first kind of started, is industrial unit, a battered industrial unit with a few leaks, a few holes, thin walls, and it's freezing cold. But it's kind of where Fitness Worx started. So he has built that into a very, very busy facility. We sold out the early bird in the first few days. We have himself and Emily personal training there. The classes are now busy, the spin's sold out. It looks amazing, it feels amazing, it's got a good vibe there. He's built a solid community already, and it is a very good asset to Fitness Worx. So, so they are the 3 facilities we built during lockdown. We literally did build them all during lockdown, and they are 3 different styles: warehouse, high street, double-story bank. So 3 different styles. We're kind of trying everything at the moment to figure out what works best for us. And to be honest, sometimes in different towns, different cities, different facilities work slightly different. So I think there are 3 models we will scale across, hopefully, the UK in the next few years. But whatever comes up, we will kind of match our business model, and we'll match the style of facility to it. This is a big open space here at Southam, and it works extremely well. Was it difficult opening the gyms during lockdown? And was it quite, everyone's like, oh, it's so ballsy doing it. Well, it wasn't. It was a good time to do it, because obviously we had a lot of spare time. We didn't have the worry about running the current Fitness Worx facilities. We could kind of put our full focus on the reopening, the live workouts, and building the Fitness Worx and studio work. So it gave us time to spend building them, which could be why they are finished to such a high standard. But it was hard, it was stressful, it was a bit more expensive, kit was delayed, kit didn't turn up on time, we had to open missing dumbbells, we couldn't get materials, paint was running low. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. It was a lot harder to build in lockdown, but it's still not impossible. So that is a bit about opening gyms during the lockdown period. We do have plans, obviously, to get bigger and better over the next few years, but like I said, I don't kiss and tell, or I don't say anything, whatever it is. I won't say anything until I've got the keys in my hand. And hopefully, in the near future, I'll be able to do a video with a new site with the keys in my hand. Anyway, people, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, please drop them below. Again, if you haven't done it already, please hit the thumbs up, please hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.
In retrospect, I'm just thinking back to the time when it was all good, the golden era.